In this tutorial, we are going to cover one of the first specialized pages, which is the awards page. We have set up this page for clients who would like to either portray their awards or achievements that they have received in their business field. All you need to do on this page is just add your various award details and it will be automatically and professionally populated on your website. Once we enter the page, we are once again greeted with the options of, I want to manage or activate items on my awards page, or, I want to disable my awards page. Firstly, select I want to manage or activate my awards page. If you are returning to this page, the info will already be available from your previous submissions of the awards page. Select the number of awards you want to add, adding to the total number you want to display, any that you may already have added. So, if you added 5 previously and you want to add another 3, you simply select 8. Once you've selected the number of awards that you want to add, you are asked to select the number of items in a row. This is just to confirm the proper layout that we require for your website, so please select the numbers in the drop-down. Please note, the more awards you are adding, the more drop-downs will appear, so ensure that you do confirm all the rows before submitting your page, otherwise, you will not be adding all the awards you selected. You are once again presented with a header text, which is the brief introduction to the page along with a header image. You will now find the awards introduction text area, where you can add as much content, images, videos, tables, headings, etc. that you want. The content you add here will be displayed above your actual awards. You now need to put in the first award name, a link to the award, as well as a photo or a logo for the award. For every award that you have, you would then fill in these 3 fields. Once you are done with that, you simply click on the Add/Update Awards button. You can also disable the page at any time if you no longer want it displayed, by returning to this form and selecting the I want to disable my awards page option. Your page will now be added or edited, and you may go and view your award page under the More Info menu link on your website. A very powerful page to have on your site is a FAQ page. However, this page is often overlooked by website designers simply because it's not a very easy page to create, and you really do need the content from the client to create this page. But we have added the FAQ page for our clients as this is really the best area where you can provide answers to potential clients' questions before they even contact you. So, if they go to your website and see a FAQ page, they will normally go and see exactly what other clients have already asked. Once you open the page, you can once again add or edit the FAQ page, or disable the FAQ page. So we select the first option to add or edit the FAQ page. Now we need to select how many FAQs we need to add, and you may add more later as your site or business grows. Remember that if you have added FAQs before, you will need to add them into the total amount. So again, if you have added 5 before, but want to add 3 more, then please select 8. We then add the header text as usual, and upload the compulsory header image. You may select up to 10 FAQs on this page, and much like all your other specialized pages, you've got the option of adding up to 8,000 words in your introduction area. Your FAQs page needs a minimum of 3 FAQs to create this page, so please come prepared with a minimum of 3 questions and answers. Upload your questions into the question area, and then give a detailed answer to that question in the answer area. You are limited to how many characters you may add to the questions and answer boxes. The questions are more restricted as the questions should not be more than 1 line, and the number of characters for the answer boxes are restricted to 1,400 characters. You also don't want to bore the people with your question and answers, so try and keep it brief, but detailed enough to add value. Once you've added all your FAQs, you can then click on the Add/Update FAQs button. If you no longer want the FAQs page, simply come back to this form, click on the Disabled FAQs page from the first drop-down selection, and click on the Disabled FAQs button at the bottom of the form. The best aspect of any website is displaying products, services, completed jobs, etc. So, what we've done is set up a gallery on your website where you can add as many galleries as you want. You are not limited to the number of galleries that you can add, and you can also add as many images to each gallery as you want. Initially, when you created your website, you were limited to 10 images, but if you go into the Special Pages menu and then the gallery link, you will actually be confronted with the first gallery you added, which is named Main Gallery, and we can now add more images to this gallery, or start creating new categories/galleries. We request that you always keep the main gallery active. If you are not completely happy with the initial 10 images, or if you would like to add more images to your main gallery, then this is where you would do it. To add or edit your initial gallery, please click on the area where it says 10 images. You can now go even further with some extra SEO by adding text blurbs under each image, since there are various settings that you can change, such as image tags, whereby you can group certain images together in tags, and even add alternate text to your images, and even add an image link to each image, which you can redirect users to a specific page on your site, or add any hyperlink you want the image to redirect to. You can specify if the link opens on a new page or on the same page, and you can even see how many hits your images have had. Before we go back to our categories, you'll see at the top of every gallery there's an area where you can add a YouTube or a Vimeo URL. Now, we don't promote this part of the website, because obviously, not everybody has YouTube or Vimeo. But if you do have a YouTube or Vimeo account, you can add your video links here, and it will add your video to this specific gallery/category. You could also make a video gallery without any images, to showcase just videos, by removing all the images in a category, and simply following the process of adding a link to your videos. Once you're done with adding/editing these images, click on Save and Close, and you will be taken back to that main gallery images page. This is where you add more images to your gallery. You can either click on Browse, or select your images from a folder, and drag them to this area. Simply click on Upload Images, and once they have been uploaded, the thumbnails will appear, and you can then decide if you want to optimize the images for search engines, or if you want the gallery displayed as is. If you would like to create a new gallery, click on the back button at the top of the page, so now we are back at the categories page. We first need to click on the New Category button. Here we have to give the category a title, so let's say that this would be a product gallery, so you can just add Our Products as the title. We have added 5 different profiles for you so that you have different options for your gallery's layout. The default layout is the popular Metro layout. We also have the slideshow layout, a grid layout, a masonry layout that looks like bricks, and then a justified layout where all the images would be justified to the width of the page, and finally a box grid layout. You can play with these settings and see exactly what layout you prefer. The one that you initiated your website with is the popular Metro layout. However, all of these will give you a different layout, and the resulting layout remains a matter of choice. Here is the parent gallery option. It's important to keep your main gallery always as the parent because all your galleries are subcategories of your main gallery. If somebody goes to your gallery page, they will see the new categories above your main gallery. So you can either remove all the images from the main gallery and only have your newly added subgalleries displayed, or have a combination of both. You can leave the main image setting to use the first gallery image, as it is not necessary to select a menu image, unless you want to add a specific image for the gallery's category thumbnail. The status must be published for it to be viewable on the website, and next, you've got the option of adding a menu image description for adding a brief description under your category menu image, and you have a second description box that would actually be viewable once you've clicked on the gallery's category thumbnail in question. You can also add meta descriptions for your gallery, which is by default the gallery description, so leave it blank if you are happy with the text. Once you are done with adding your category, go back to the top of the page and click on Save and Close. Before your new category is added to the site, you need to first click on the Images link in the row of your new category, and then add the images for this category on the Add Images section on the new page. Once your images have been added, Click on the backlink at the top of the page and your new gallery will be automatically added to your website. At any stage, you can come back to this area and modify any images, change images, delete images, add new ones, add more categories, etc. One of the more advanced special pages that we have set up is the Packages and Pricing page. This is a page where you can promote specials that you might have, or if you offer various packages, this is a great way to promote them professionally. When you go into this page, there is a lot of information that you need to put in and it does look very difficult to do. However, it is actually very easy, because the text blocks that you are entering are basically very short, brief descriptions. Bear in mind that packages and pricing normally compare one package against another, therefore they would normally be the same height, same size, similar text, only with different variables in each one. So let's go through the process. First up, you once again see the familiar Manage Packages or Remove Packages options. Remove would be used only if you already have a page set up and you no longer wish to promote those packages. So, to start, select Manage Packages/Pricing page. Any details that you have added to this page before will automatically be populated on this page for you to edit, instead of blank boxes where you need to add content from scratch. The page starts with how many packages you want to be displayed, so, for this example, I will be managing 6. The minimum amount of packages you may have at any time is 2, since you have to compare one to another to make them valuable. At the time of this recording, the maximum number of packages we can add is capped at 9 packages. This may be different on your page depending on what version of the smart site you currently have. Since we have made the layout professional, if you choose 6 packages for instance, we will have 2 rows of 3 columns each. Please remember to confirm the numbers in the rows of all drop-down selectors that appear. You are given the option to add header text, once again a brief description of the packages or the page. As before, you can have up to 8,000 words in the introduction text. However, we have purposely added a different area on this page, right at the bottom of the page, where you have a package info section where you can also add up to 8,000 words. The bottom section would give you an area for you to provide certain restrictions or conditions on your packages, or just more information. Let's quickly go through the package text fields. You will see that you have the various packages below in columns. This was done purposefully so that you can easily copy and paste from one column to another. It may seem that there's a lot of text to put in, but they're all one-liners or phrases. Firstly, the title would be something like Gold Website Design Package. We've also given you the option of adding a symbol, for instance, Rand, Pound, Euro, US dollars, etc. Basically, the main currencies, depending on if you are targeting overseas or targeting South Africa only. If you do not wish to have a symbol, in other words, you want to basically just give a package and a contact link or price on application, simply select No Symbol. Now, the price would be added as digits, or you can add POA for price on application, etc. The price is purely the numeral number of the actual price that you are advertising, so don't use a symbol before or after. Duration, you can either leave this blank or if the package is available for a certain duration. In other words, let's say you're doing a photography package and the duration of the actual photo shoot is only 9 hours. You would then add 9 hours in the duration field. If you're doing a different type of service or promotion, and the package is payable monthly or annually, then you would add monthly or annually respectively. The standard for the text button would be to add Contact Us as the link text, or, alternatively, you can also use any other call to action text that you deem fit. If you are selling something, you need to add the link for your button to redirect you to the sales page, or if you just want to add a link to your contact page on the site, simply type in contactus.html into the link field, and your packages will then be linked to your Contact Us page automatically. If you want to add a link to any other part of your site, simply add the text after your domain, like ourgallery.html, or alternatively use the URL to that specific page. Both options will suffice. Next, We can add up to 8 features to your packages. It's important to note that you do not need to use all 8 features, you can add any amount that you need. It's also important to note that it does not matter in which blocks you add your features. In other words, let's say you add a feature 1, feature 2, and feature 3 in the first package and you accidentally added text into feature 2, feature 5, and feature 7, it will make no difference to the layout when displayed, as we have set this page up so that if there is no feature, then there is no gap for the missing feature. We've made sure that once you've uploaded your packages and added features, the features will all be neatly displayed underneath each other. Once you've completed your packages, you are confronted with the final package info, which you may use for more info as described before. Finally, click on the Add/Update Packages/Pricing button, and your new packages will be professionally displayed, with the colors of your website, under the More Info menu link. Another special page that we have added for you is a Services or Products page, and the reason that we've added this, and we also have a Packages and Pricing page, is that sometimes you might want to just give a bit more information about your products or services, without having special features or promoting packages and pricing. This page is really best suited for users who offer various products or services and want to showcase details and an image of each item. Once we go into the Services and Products page, you will be greeted with the familiar options of either adding or removing the page. To start the process, we will select Add/Update, and then you're given the option of either selecting services or products. Once you've selected services or products, you've got the option of adding 1 to 10 products or services, so now choose how many you want to be displayed. Any information that you add here will be automatically displayed once you return to this page. We can add the header text, which is a brief explanation of the services or products you want to display. You also have the option of adding an intro text, which is again limited to 8,000 words. As a reminder, you can add images, text, lists, tables, basically anything you want in this section, and this will be displayed above your actual services or products that you are promoting. Underneath that, you will see that we have added the Activate and Disable buttons, where you need to click on Activate for each product that you want to add before you can edit or add the details. You are then given the option of adding 3 different fields. One is the name of the product or the service. Next is the details of the product, where you can once again add up to 8,000 words, and then finally the image of the actual product or service that you want to display. All these fields are required, so please bear in mind that for each product or service, you will need to upload an image. Ensure that you have activated all the products and added all the content. Once you are done adding all your products or services, simply click on the Add/Update button at the bottom of the page. In this tutorial, we are going to manage the team members page. If we click on the first drop-down, you will see that it says either Manage Team Members or Remove Team Members page. So, we will select Manage Team Members page. You now have the option of 2 different layouts. The first layout would be 6 large biographies which will be displayed horizontally, or you have the option of 9 medium biographies which are displayed in columns. Depending on how big your biographies are for your team members, you can select from the different layouts. The 6 large biographies are for users who have a lot of information to display or would prefer to have a single biography, or have their biographies one below the other, whereas selecting 9 will have columns instead. When we select 6 large biographies, you will see that you have the option of selecting from 1 to 6 depending on the number of team members you want to add. As soon as you select the number of team members you want to add, you are given the option of adding header text, along with your introduction text for the team members, and a header image for the team members page. You now have the option of activating or disabling every team member. Once you click on Activate, you will see that you have all the options available for that team member, including team member name, team member title or designation, and the team member's email address, and all these fields are required. You also have the option of adding a Facebook link, a Twitter link, and a LinkedIn link for each team member. Now you need to fill in the team member's biography or description. Note that on the large biographies you can add up to 8,000 words per biography. However, on the medium biographies you can only add up to 500 characters. And finally, you can upload a team member's photo and add a photo of the team member, or the company logo if you prefer. If we selected the medium biographies which are displayed vertically, you would need to add a minimum of 3 team members, as these are displayed in columns next to one another, and you would be required to confirm the number of team members in each row as per previous tutorials. If you do not confirm the number of team members per row, not all the team members' biographies will be available to edit. Once you've added all the details of your team members, you simply click on the Add/Update Team Members button, and your page will automatically be added under your About Us menu on your website. Another great page to have on any website is the Testimonials page. This displays your clients' testimonials in a professional manner, proving your business has a solid history of delivering professional services or products. For this reason, we have added a professional testimonials page to the specialized pages provided on your smart site system. As per all our special pages, you can select either Add/Update the testimonial page, or remove the testimonial page if you previously added one. So firstly, we want to click on Add/Update Testimonial Page, and now you will be presented with the option of adding from 1 to a maximum of 10 testimonials. It is important to understand that the testimonials you will be adding, the first 2 testimonials are also going to replace the 2 testimonials that you have on your homepage, so keep your best testimonials for the first 2 positions. Once you select the number of testimonials that you need to be added, you will once again be presented with the header text, which is your brief explanation or brief introduction about your page. Try and keep this short, sweet, and entertaining. You can add information to the introduction area of your testimonial page, where you can add up to 8,000 words as usual. You can use the full scope of the HTML editor to provide any layout of content and/or images that your creative mind can achieve. As per all our special pages, you need to add a compulsory header image. So now we can start adding your testimonials. Your testimonials have similar activate and disable options per item for each testimonial you have chosen to add. Once you click on the activate option, you are presented with the fields required for your testimonial page. We now add the client's name, the client's designation or title, and the testimonial text provided by your clients, and take note that this text is limited to 500 characters per testimonial. You also need to add a photo of that client, or you can simply add the logo of the client's business. When you have added all the testimonials to your page, you simply click on the Add/Update Testimonials button, and your testimonials page will be published under your About Us menu link at the top of your website. In Tutorial 18, we are going to cover how to manage the blog section of your website. We will cover how to add standard blog posts in the next tutorial, but we are first going to show you how to manage the blog posts already active on your site. This area controls all the categories, tags, subscribers, standard blog posts, and smart blog posts that you have added previously. Your page might be a little bit different than mine is over here, as you will have different blogs added. Let's start off from the beginning with the top main row. This row is for viewing the various pages of your blog and managing the various settings related to your blog. Firstly, you've got the Home button. When clicked, it will take you to your live blog. Next is the Category button, which will show you all the different categories and a few of the blog posts under each category. The next tab that we have is named Tags. This shows all the tags that you currently have on your site. The tags you see here are the main keywords added in the initial website design setup. These keywords can now be replaced by your own keywords if you prefer, under the Management page, and you can also add tags while adding a blog post, but we will explain that in our next tutorial. On to the Authors page. You will see there are 2 authors. the first author would be you, as the admin of the website, and then the second author would be our developer. And here it also displays the blog posts under each author. You can change the author of a blog post by clicking on the blog posts link and then selecting Edit Post under the pencil on the right side of the title. And now you can select a different author on the right side of the editing page. Once you have done this, click on Update Post on the top of the page, and then again on Update Post in the drop-down box. But let's go back to showing you what else is on the top bar. The next tab that we have under our top bar is Teams. Currently, no teams are set up, as it is not necessary for teams unless you want to give access to members to post on your site. If this is the case, please contact us, and we will set this up for you. The next menu button is Archives, which will display archived posts. If you want to archive a post, you can set your posts to archived when editing blog posts. Under the More drop-down, you will see your calendar. Here you can see if you've got any posts pre-planned, and this gives you a great view of any gaps you have in your blog posting calendar. But for this tutorial, we don't have any posts scheduled. In all of the pages we've gone through, you may have noticed at the top right, there is a square plus button. Clicking on this button says Create New, and then below that, Blog Post. We will cover that in the next tutorial. Next up is Search, and once you have clicked on Search, you can either select a category you want to search in, or leave it as is. And next to the drop-down you can see there is a text field. Here you can add your text that you want to search for. The next menu link is Subscribe. You can click on Subscribe to be notified of new blog posts, etc., and so can your users. In the final tab, which is your icon, we have the Manage link of your blog at the bottom and the profile details above. To view an overview of your blog, click on the first menu link called Overview under your Manage section. Here you will see how many blog posts you have, hits you have received in total, how many categories, and even your most recent posts, popular posts, etc. On the draft page, you will see a list of any posts that you may have started setting up or edited but have not been published. The next link that we have is called Posts. This displays all the published posts on the site. Next, we have Post Templates. If you're using the same type of layout every time you create a new post, I would advise that you set up a post template, which makes any future posts a bit easier, by clicking on the New Template button. Next, we have Pending Posts. Here we would see any blog posts that are future dated or require your attention before publishing. As an example, if a user or moderator has submitted a post, but you have not reviewed the post or published it. If any of your posts have been reported by users of your site, they will be listed under Reported Posts. As it says, Awesome. There are currently no reported posts on the site. The site is healthy and great. If there are any comments on your blog posts, they will be listed here under the Comments section. You can also add polls to your blog posts, and any polls that have been set up will be under the Polls section. Under Categories, you will see a list of the different categories on your site. Let's go into this link, because this is where you manage your categories for your website. You'll see that there is General Info, and then the Advice column, which are the two categories that we initially added to your smart site. You can also see that there is a button on the top right of the page which says New Category. Once you have clicked on this New Category button, you will be asked to put in a category name. Below this is the category permalink, which you can leave blank as it will be automatically generated from the category name. Next is your description of your category, so here you could add a description, but this is not required. At the bottom of the description, you will see a drop-down that says Select Parent Category. If you want this to be a subcategory of one of the main categories, then you can select the main category as the parent, or you can leave it as is, and it will become a top-level category. Under Privacy, you can select the viewable permissions for either website users or registered members. We suggest leaving it on users unless you will be adding members to your site. Again, we will be happy to set this up for you, so contact us if you want this feature on your blogs. And then finally, it's the category avatar. The best option is to add your website favicon or your logo icon. Once you're done, at the bottom right of the page, you can click on Create and your new category will be added. You may add as many categories or subcategories as you'd like on this page. You can also see how many posts are in each category, and if the category has subcategories. So now let's get back to the blog management at the top. You will see the next link under Categories is Tags. You can add new tags here, which helps when you're posting, as you can then select them and add them to your posts for SEO purposes, and a way to link similar blog posts together. The next menu is for favorited posts. As soon as anyone favorites a post on your site, it would appear under this section. The final two links under Manage are Teams and Team Requests, which are for setting up multiple teams that could have access to posting blogs to different categories, which would be controlled by you or another admin. Finally, you can edit your own profile under the account link. And you can also view your subscriptions to any blog posts. And with the last link, you can sign out. If you click on Sign Out, you will be signed out of the management part of the site and the management of the blog. In today's tutorial, we are going to show you how to add standard blog posts. This is a feature that you will be using quite often on your website if you are interested in getting higher rankings in SEO and keeping your users returning to your website. Once we have entered the Add Blog Post page, you will see that you can enter a blog title, and then you've got your description area, which is where you would add the details of your blog, including any images, etc. So going down the right side, we have got Post Visibility. It's best to leave this as visible by all users. Then we've got the creation date, which you can change if you'd like, to either post or predate the creation date. The same goes for the publish date. You can also pre- or post-date the publish date. You can also set the date that you want to unpublish your posts at a certain time, or date if you wish to only have this blog post for a certain amount of time on your website. Below that is the Select Category area. You can select any of the categories that you have listed, or even select multiple categories here. Next, we have our tag area. If you click on the tags icon at the bottom, you'll see that all your current tags have been listed. This is an easy way for you to add your tags to your blog post. You can select up to 10 tags for each post. You can also add a new tag here, and click Enter once you have finished typing your new tag, and it will automatically be added to your saved tags for future use. Finally, we can also change the author. Usually, you will leave this as your details, unless you want to move the blog to a different person if you have multiple people administrating or posting on your blog. Once you've finished adding and editing, you click on Publish Post at the top, and to publish the post immediately, select Publish Now, and your blog post will be published to your website immediately, or on the date that you specified if you did change the publish and created date. You can also save the post to drafts if you want to perhaps continue editing the post at a later stage. Once you have published your post, you can click on the back arrow on the top left of your page. It's very easy to manage blog posts from this page, and we hope that you will enjoy using this page in the future. Thank you for following this tutorial.